Hi, I'm Lisa Evans from Speaking Savvy, and today I'm talking to Kristy Ambrose, who is one of the authors of the upcoming book, Stories from the Heart, Tales of Inspiration. It's a book of short stories that have all been told on a Stories from the Heart stage at a live storytelling event, and I'm really excited about the book coming up. Kristy Ambrose is the owner of Disruptive Education and Training, and she helps school leaders to create phenomenal school cultures. Hi, Kristy. How are you today?
Hey, Lisa. I'm great. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm looking forward to asking you some questions this morning. Tell me a bit more about your business. So what led you to start up Disruptive Education and Training?
Well, disruptive education and training, I guess it was an amalgamation of many things. So growing up, I was deeply passionate about helping people. And I think maybe some of that came from being dyslexic and, always sort of feeling a bit behind and always wanting to help other people who felt the same way. So I had this real passion for that and love for helping people. And I went into psychology and that wasn't quite the right fit. And then I went into teaching and I loved teaching. And I taught in schools in Kalgoorlie for about 7 years. And I had a blast, but I saw many things when I was there. I saw some schools with phenomenal cultures where the kids were thriving, the staff were thriving, people were doing great. And then I saw schools where that wasn't the case, where perhaps, the staff was stressed or the students were stressed and people weren't thriving. And so I actually left teaching, kind of feeling a bit like, well, maybe this isn't my thing. Maybe I need to find something else. And I stumbled across coaching in the sense of mindset coaching and supporting people to make a difference in their lives. And then over time, that kind of grew into me going, well, wow, what if this was in schools? What if we could have some of this mindset stuff, some of these beliefs, some of this stuff I've learned about culture, what if that was actually in schools? And I started to talk to some school leaders who I know, and they asked me to come and start running some programs, which had really awesome success. And then they recommended I go and have a conversation with the Institute for Professional Learning. And we actually were one of five companies now in WA to be listed as a preferred provider for coaching, coach training for all of WA, which is phenomenal. So yeah, it kind of grew. It grew over time. It wasn't a one-stop decision. It was over a long period of time. Over all of my experiences, it led to what is now my baby, Disruptive Education and Training.
That's a great story. And for those who are listening who are not local, Kalgoorlie is a mining town that's quite remote. It's a good 7 hours drive from Perth, and it has its challenges as a rural remote town, to say the least. Yeah. And it's fascinating to hear that, you as a child, you had dyslexia and now you have this incredible training company. And often as entrepreneurs, it is the very problem that we find that we have that then leads us to finding our purpose and then having that, real great desire to help others. So that's a fabulous story. Fabulous story. Thank you for sharing. Now, I know, Kristy, that you are also a busy mum of two. So how do you balance being an entrepreneur with also being a busy parent and making sure that, you're the best mum that you can be at times?
I don't know that there's ever balance. I think that's a word that kind of has to be put to the side. I have learned in the last couple of years to have some really healthy boundaries. That's become a word that's used a lot in our family, where when I'm with my kids and with my partner and we're having family time, we really make the best of that family time. We really, we try to put the phones down, turn the technology off and have quality time, quality conversations, play games, be really present with our kids. And then my kids have really learned that, this is now mummy's work time. And, my daughter's actually at home today, my partner's at home today, and they know this is now my work time. I'm with Lisa and I'm doing this. So they've gone off to play somewhere else while I have this wonderful interview with you. And that's sort of how I manage it, is really to separate my work time and my family time and try not to see it as a juggle, even though I know some days it really is, and rather to see it as being quite strict and organised with, this is the boundary around work and this is the boundary around home.
Excellent. That's a great tip in there in itself, and I've certainly learned something from that. I need to get the balance or the boundaries back in check, and it's hard because sometimes we can feel guilty. You know, we're trying to do so much, and especially when you love what you do, which, you know, most entrepreneurs, we love our business and we love the growth and the excitement of working in and on the business. But if we're not careful, it can take over. So having those healthy boundaries is good, and I certainly like the idea of the technology-free family time. I'll have to talk to my 3 girls about that. And mine are all adults, so I don't know how well that will go down.
Yes. Well, I think even for our kids,
I'll give it a go.
Sorry?
I'll give it a go and see how that suggestion goes down. That's good.
Which is, my kids are only 4 and 9, and that's it's not even popular with them at times. So yeah, I think certainly with older kids it will be a challenge.
Yeah, but for you and your family, you know, you've now set that out, so that is the expectation, and that's a wonderful thing. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Thank you so much for talking to me today. I'm really, really excited about the book coming out. I can't wait.
Me too.
16 stories are amazing. They're all very different, you know, all told from a real heart space, and it's going to be amazing. I'm really, really delighted, Kristy, that you are one of the authors. So before we wrap up, just tell us where we can find out a little bit more about you.
Well, sure. Well, really, if you're looking for more information on disruptive education and training, the best place to go is our website, which is www.disruptive-education.com.au. To think about that. Thank you.
Thanks, Kristy. Nice to talk to you. Bye for now.
Lovely to talk to you. Thanks.